talking about mental breaks. So we can't wait to hear your comments. Follow us at Two Black Coaches on Instagram and YouTube. And Danielle will be here. Well, I'm going to let her in a minute. She's already here. You know, I can't multitask. So we're going to be talking about mental breaks. And I am just pinning this comment.
Lord have mercy.
I know, it's a lot.
Everything.
All right. So we about to get started. We had some technical difficulties. But we are here.
Yay,
it is Monday. We're starting the week. Hi, Shalana.
Y'all, that was my fault. That was my fault.
Hey, Max.
Hello. Thank you for rolling with the punches.
So we are here. No more technical difficulties. We here, we ready, and we gonna get this party started.
Exactly.
How's everybody's weekend?
Yes, don't forget this is interactive, so talk back to us. What's going on? We are going to be talking about mental breaks.
Mental breaks. So let's just jump right into it.
Yes, let's just jump into it because let me tell you, I had a week. Yes, Keisha hair. Yes, hair.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
So yes, so we kind of came up with this topic because I was like, you know, sometimes it's good to have like your topics planned in advance, and we do. But sometimes it's really good to kind of vibe off of like how we're feeling right now. And I had a week, let me tell you. Vanessa says she's still cooking. Vanessa's been cooking for the last hour. But yeah, I had a week. I had a very challenging week. Personally, a lot has happened in my family. And just, I needed to take a break. I actually needed to take a lot of breaks. So that's kind of how we got the inspiration for this topic with mental breaks and like, what does that look like? You know, what does that mean? All of the things. So.
Yeah, and like Danielle said, like usually we have the topics in advance, but we have to go with the flow. You know, like so we experience these things, and I'm sure you guys experience these things too. And like mental breaks, I feel like is a big one. And Danielle knows that it's actually something that I struggle with like with my business because for me, I feel bad when I take breaks. And I'm just like, oh my God, I'm taking a break. That means I'm not grinding. And it's like, no, girl, like you have to take a break for your business. Like you have to make sure you're good, you know, in order for everything around you to be good. So not just your business, but even if you know, have a career, your family, you know, everything. Like you have to make sure you're good mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Like those things actually come first. So it's like, if I'm just working on my business and I'm not checking in with myself mentally or emotionally, then you know, how is my business supposed to thrive if like I'm not good, if I'm not whole, you know? So
yeah. And you didn't create your business to be running on a hamster wheel.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm just sending out the live to you guys. So
oh yeah, I forgot.
If you guys know people that can benefit from this topic, just send it out to them. Let them know this is what we're gonna be talking about.
Yeah. We might be, Keisha and I might be sending a live to some of the same people, but if that's the case, then you just get a double reminder. And if you get a reminder and you're already in here with us, then hey girl, hey again.
So with that being said, like I feel like I kind of went into it. Like the first question is it okay to take a break?
Yeah. Is it okay? What do you think? I mean, you kind of know what I think because I kind of started off by.
I think not only is it okay, but it's necessary. So like
Yeah.
it goes beyond being just okay. It's you have to take these breaks because you don't take the break, you're gonna break down, and then what? Then you
Right.
can't do anything.
You're gonna take a break either way. It's either going to be something that you have it's either gonna be voluntarily or involuntarily. But either way,
Mhm.
you're going to take a break. Yeah.
Right,
So
right, exactly.
mhm.
So what does a break look like?
It
The
depends on the
voluntary
kind
one,
of
the,
right,
involuntary,
right.
the involuntary one could look like a nervous breakdown. It could look like an emotional. So we're not talking about that. Like we're talking about you voluntarily taking a break. Like what does that look like?
Yeah. So it depends. Hi Candace. It depends. It depends on what you need. So I'm gonna be real honest with you. I've never done this before. I called out twice in 1 week.
Welcome to the
I've
dark side, girl.
oh Lord, please, 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 please. I called out twice in 1 week. And even just to call out once is like, oh my gosh, but to call out twice, um, but I needed it. Like every single day, the night before, I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna go to work tomorrow. And then tomorrow would come and I'd be like, okay. And I'm a teacher, and so I'm like, oh my gosh, like whenever I take off, the kids are like, where were you? Like they do not play that. They're like, where were you? Like, why weren't you here? And it's like, listen, I can't be anything for them if I'm nothing for me,
Right.
and I really needed that time. And it was guilt free. Well, it was guilt free after the call out, but leading up to it, I felt very guilt ridden. And I felt like, wow, you know, other teachers don't call out twice, or like, okay, like I am remote. Like, is it that bad? Like, and when I realized that I was like going through so much like mental noise of like, should I not, should I was like, if I have to go through that much, then the answer is already yes. Then take the time that you need.
Exactly. Exactly.
So yeah.
Because that's adding to what you're already feeling. You
Hmm.
know. So 100%. Listen, Danielle knows I will call out drop of a dime. Like,
Oh Lord.
like work. I mean, listen. When it comes to work, my whole thing is that when you work for someone else, so yes, we have our businesses, but we also have full time jobs. So when you work for somebody else, like you have to put yourself first because they always put the organization first. So they put the organization first, and I know you've probably heard this a million times, but God forbid you die tomorrow, you die today, they're posting your job tomorrow,
Yep.
because the it must go on. Like the work still continues, business still continues. So that's how they're looking at it.
Mhm.
And it's like, well, if you're looking at it like that, then I'm gonna be looking out for me. So it could be 9:50. I start work at 10
Keish,
o'clock. It could be
Keish,
9:58, and I'd be like, I ain't gonna make it.
don't listen to this advice. Do not listen to this advice.
That's
Keisha
bad
has a
advice.
very
That's
Keisha
bad
has a
advice.
very particular situation. She cannot call out 1 minute before. So please know your audience, okay? Because Keisha gonna have you unemployed. Yeah. But it is true. It is true. We are all replaceable. At like, I remember I worked at another place, I'll say.
Mhm,
And I woke up in a health crisis.
mhm.
And my body was just like, what are you doing? What are we doing? Like, you need to get to the emergency room right now. So I went straight to the emergency room. I clearly was having situations, and I text my job to tell them I'm not doing well. And they asked me, will you be at work after you get out of the hospital? And I was like, oh nah, it's
Not
time
working
for me to
out.
be done with these people, because clearly, clearly my health wasn't a priority. And if I can't make it to see the next day, they just gonna have somebody else fill my position. So needless to say, I
Right.
did not go to work that
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, no. And like, definitely don't listen to me about like the whole calling out thing. Like Danielle said, you have to know your audience. So like for me, it could work. I don't do it often, not calling out. I'm saying like calling out in that time frame. But I have done it where
No.
it's like, I can't make it. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna make it. It is what it is. But yeah, don't do that.
Please
Don't
don't follow Keisha's
want that
advice.
coming after me.
Yeah.
Like, girl.
Yeah.
But you do have to do those check-ins, and I know that we spoke about that last week. Check in with yourself, the night before, the morning of, like check in. And if you cannot do it, if you mentally, physically cannot do it, don't do it. Like it's not worth that mental breakdown. And I
It's
feel
not.
like a few of you have been answered. I know Shalea, you was saying some stuff to do for mental breaks, and that's kind of our next thing. Like, what does a mental break look like? And Shalea mentioned going shopping, turning off your phone, muting and blocking certain people. I
And
love.
and it doesn't even have to only be like toxic people that you mute and block. You might mute and block someone that you're not strong enough to resist that jealousy, right? You see someone who's an amazing person living their life, and every time you see their post, you feel jealous, and you
Right,
haven't worked through that jealousy yet. So block them
right,
respectfully, because it's not good for your mental health until
right.
you get past that space. Do what
Hmm.
you gotta do. She also said bubble
Yeah,
baths and wine, which I also
that's my favorite. Like that is.
Keisha's the bath queen, everyone. If anyone needs to know how to take a good bath, what to do, hit Keisha up. She is the bath queen. Hi
I'm
guys,
so
I just joined.
down.
Yeah. I could be the wine queen. I'll be the wine queen, you be the bath queen.
Yes, that's a good combination.
Yes, because I can tell you about some wine now.
Hello, girl. Candace said my phone is always on mute. Girl, my phone is always on mute too. Like my phone
Yeah.
stay on mute. People be calling me. My phone be right next to me, and it just be there.
Yeah.
Um,
Living
but
my life
yeah.
and there's nothing important. Yes, it's true. Especially when I go to sleep. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
My phone is on silent.
People
A
used to
glass or
get
a bottle. Yes.
people used to get on me like about like my phone being on silent, and I'm just like, if it's an emergency, then call 911. Like, why are you calling me if it's like I can't do anything. Like,
Hmm.
call 911 if it's an emergency. Like, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
Little me, you know. So
Not little old you.
like,
Not your size.
like I'm sleeping. I can't do anything. But I did speak about like because I was diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder. And last year, sometimes it's crazy because it's coming up on a year. So last year, last spring, I made a video about how I deal with anxiety as an entrepreneur. And baths was definitely one of the ways that I deal with it, or it is one of the ways that I deal with it. So I have my bath and I light my candles. Sometimes I have wine, sometimes I don't, but I have like my meditation music and I meditate and I just zone out and I stay in there for God knows
Forever.
how long. I don't even know.
Forever.
Right, forever. Like have my little bubble bath and it's so relaxing. Like when I say that joint put me to sleep, it puts me right to sleep.
Hmm. You know what? Sometimes I feel like we know what helps us relax or what helps us come down.
Mhm.
White baths are great for anxiety. What are white baths? Please do tell.
Ooh.
Um, but it's like the doing, right? Like I know that calling out is good, but like the doing, or like baths are amazing, but the doing. So like we have to remind ourselves like it's okay. In fact, it is a part of life. One great way to figure out how to live is to look at children. Look at how children live. When
Yeah.
they're tired, they go to sleep. When they're overwhelmed, they fuss. Like they don't do what is beyond their capacity. I mean,
Right.
they're overly confident, but that's a whole nother story. But when they need a break, they take a break.
Right.
And then we become adults and think that we don't have to live by that rule.
And Dan, you had mentioned something before, like when we spoke about calling out, and you was just saying how, like, in America specifically, like from young, we are not
Yeah.
groomed, to call out. Like that's like a no-no. It's like, oh, you only call out of school or like take off from school when you're sick.
When you're sick.
You can't
Yep.
get no mental health break when you're in third grade,
Right, because it's like what you got to be stressed about.
Right, exactly. It's frowned upon, and that's really not good.
It's true. And even now with remote learning, because I'm teaching remote, there's a student, he wasn't feeling good and he was on the computer, like he joined the meeting and he genuinely didn't feel good, but because you can just join the meeting, his parents were like, oh, well, log on to school. And it's like, on one hand, it's like, oh, okay, great. No, you're not missing your education. But on the other hand, it's teaching you that like your health is still secondary. No, if you're sick, stay in bed, don't log on, and focus on your body getting better. You're not going to get left back because you missed one day. If you're getting left back, it's probably because of more than just missing one day of school. So that's another story for another Mindset Monday. But yeah, like I used to pride myself when I was younger. I would always get the attendance award. December, January, February, March, who, what, me? Yes, I got my little attendance award when I was in elementary school. And I remember, I don't know if it was to go to the doctor or what, but I felt guilty when I didn't go to school. And I was in like second grade. What? That's not okay either.
Yeah, it's not.
Hola. Hi, Karima.
Hey, Karima Boo.
Hi,
Thank you for joining.
Yes, and also real quick, because I know you can't see the chat like on the replay. Sorry, I keep covering it. But Vanessa said that she said a white bath is using milk, cow's milk, and coconut milk. And then Regina said that she falls asleep in her bath so relaxed and takes walks during the day. I've been taking walks a lot more often, and it feels so good to walk. I love that. I love that.
Remember,
you gotta get a bath pillow.
This is kind of going off topic a little bit, but Dan, remember when we were younger and we were teenagers, and if Karina's saying here, too, like we used to walk
everywhere.
We were teenagers, and like we were allowed to like leave the house by ourselves and stuff like that. Like we wasn't driving because in New York, like you don't drive early. Like you don't.
We were too young to drive anywhere. Well, maybe. No, yeah, 15.
Well, in New York we were, but
like 15, Keish. I was 15.
No, I'm saying by 16, like by the time, like,
okay.
But yeah, like 14, 15.
Everywhere.
Like everywhere. So I just thought about that when somebody mentioned walking.
If anyone else wants to like be walk accountability buddies, let me know, because I have been taking walks a little bit here and there. And I know a few other people that are in the chat right now want to walk more. So maybe like hit me up. Maybe we could do like a little walk accountability group. Maybe we can like take a picture on our walk or something that will just make it exciting. And then we can all encourage each other. But like, yeah, I would so love that for all of us, because walking, like you said, when we were younger, it was nothing. Just get up and walk. Now that we're older, it's like, oh, well, I have to do this and I have to do that. Or maybe, it's always an excuse to not take care of ourselves. So,
and the thing is, when we were younger, like we kind of, not that we had no choice because we had the bus and the train and stuff like that. But now it's like, oh, I'm going to jump in my car, or I'm going to jump in an Uber or something like that. So, yeah.
Joey said that oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, that's just another way, to deal with the stress and anxiety and stuff like that, so that you don't have a mental breakdown taking walks. I know someone said.
A lot of you. Joey said he scheduled it with his dog walk. I'm terrible. I walk King just to relieve him. He goes outside, he relieves himself, and then we're like, let's get back in. Especially in the winter. When it's a little warmer, he'll take longer walks. But let me know if y'all want to do a walk group.
Don't hit me up till the summer, because I ain't going out when it's cold.
No, that's why I didn't say we. I said chat. We.
Right. Right.
Know your audience.
Right. Forget about it. It's just not happening. It's really not. So,
But that's
what
okay.
other ways do you deal with being overwhelmed, being, stressed and anxious, things like that?
I think a major one for me, and it's been a beautiful experience, is just not suffering in silence. Having a group or one or whatever, just someone that you can trust, that you know is going to give you sound, loving inspiration. Oh, I love you, Joey. And can just
Aw.
like
Thank you, Joey. I don't know you, but I love you. I love you.
You know who he is with the music. Yeah, follow Joe. He makes really dope music and he tells really funny dad jokes. So follow him. But yeah, just being able to have dope people around me really helps me, because the friends that I have and the family that I have, well, most of the family, well, some of like two of my family members, no, but yeah, having amazing people around you really does help, because it really just lifts your spirits. We're communal beings, so having that community is so important, even if the community is just one other person.
Right.
What about you?
Support system, that tribe is everything. Like, I do not know where I would be. What? Man, listen, like the tribe is so important. Like, get yourself someone or a couple people that you can confide in, that you can trust, because
Mm-hmm.
don't feel like you can do it on your own. And I don't know if we spoke about this last week, but it's important for you to know that you don't have to do it on your own. Like all of these self-made talks, like, oh, I did it by myself. And it's like, actually, you didn't, because it's like if someone wasn't there to give you that opportunity, if your customers weren't there to buy your product, if like, it's just so many factors that go into it.
Yeah, it's impossible.
It, it really does take a village. Like it really does take a tribe, to help you to grow and elevate. So never feel like you have to do it by yourself. And honestly, what's that saying? It's like if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go long, go together.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, but it's true. It's true. And I think especially I think men can have their own conversation. I won't speak for them, but especially as women, I remember growing up and it was like cool to be the girl that like, I don't have female friends. Like that was a cool thing. And if that was your reality, then that's okay. But like that used to be a flex. And it's like, no, that's not a flex. Yeah. Having beautiful women in your life, it enhances your life times a there's no measure that you can put to it. And if you don't have that, right? Like that's why there's groups, that's why there's coaching, that's why there's Facebook groups, and there's so many different ways that you can connect with people that you don't have to go at it alone. Yeah, even the bad connections have put you in the right direction. You learn that as you got older. I need women. I love my girlfriends. I need it. I need it so much.
The thing is, Dan, we've always had a girl group. Like we've always had tight knit girlfriends. Like growing up, like we used to look at certain like movies and TV shows like oh yeah, that's us, like Deliver Us from
Evil. Which character are you? Which one are you?
Yeah, like our girlfriends and like things like that. And it's like that has always been important to us. Like we've always had a tight knit, trustworthy group, like as kids, So
she said it was her mom because they moved around a lot. If Keisha could do a whole Mindset Monday by herself about her mom. For real though.
Yeah, my mom, my girl. Even though she's pressuring me to have kids now.
My girl too. I love Miss Shirley. Hey, Miss Shirley, girl, where is she? Tell her to come to the mic. Come, Miss Shirley, girl. I love Miss Shirley.
Say hi.
Say hi to the people. Say hi to Danielle.
like a midnight Monday.
Yeah, she gonna have to be on after the kids go to sleep because only the Lord knows what is gonna come out of Miss Shirley girl's mouth. So we'll have her on after hours. Probably not. It's gonna have to be YouTube live, not on Instagram. I can't tarnish my brand with any of her tips or tricks.
Don't even get me started. I can't even take it.
Where she at? Tell her to come on over.
No.
Oh man, I love that lady.
Oh man, but nah, like seriously, like having that girl group or just that one girl song, like maybe it's not a group, but someone that you really just vibe with, connect with, someone like Danielle said, like is gonna keep it real with you and be transparent with you. It's important. It really is. Like when I was going through my breakup, Danielle was literally there like minute by minute, like minute by minute, and it really helped me to get through. And you stood there, like you were there, like every phone call, every voice note, everything. She was there, you know, and
because you're my boo. No, but it's true because if you're not good, I'm not good. Like we are so connected. And I mean, like, yeah, granted, I wouldn't be like on the floor crying every day, but like I cried with you, like because my heart hurt for you. And so as your best friend, I'm like, nah, like what we gotta do? Where we go? What's happening? What do you need?
Thank you.
You wanna cry together now?
No, stop. I'm a G. I don't cry anymore.
Yes, I thought you was a goon.
I am, but I didn't want to say goon on Instagram. I didn't know.
I exposed you. She's exposed, everyone. She's a goon.
It is real love. Like it definitely is real love. And if I could just share this, that was definitely part of. Hey, what are we dancing to? I can't hear you.
Real love. Someone set my heart free. All right, go ahead. What's your story?
Legit, like that was one of the hardest times in my life. And when I say I was broken mentally, spiritually, emotionally, like when I say low self-esteem, insecure, like everything, and she was there to like bring me through that. And like literally, and I know I always tell this story, but it's just such a good story. Like I will never forget. We were in Harlem. We were at what restaurant was that?
Next to Corner Social. No, we weren't. We were at the other spot on not 160.
No.
The Cecil.
No, we wasn't. Not that story. It's the other. Whatever. Sorry, guys. So we were sitting across from each other, and I'm like, all right, I got to tell you something else. She's like, we speak every minute of the day. How could you possibly have something else to tell me? So we're like, just catching up more. And then I'm telling her, like, look, like, I feel really insecure, like, without my ring. Like, I don't have my ring on, and, like, I feel bad about it, and I don't like it, and all of this other stuff. And she was like, please, like, F this ring. And then she took her rings off. Like, Danielle's married.
Not F my ring, F the rings.
Rings off. Like, she took her ring off, like, in solidarity with me. Like, please, this is nothing. Like, are you
right? Because I'm secure in my marriage. I do. You know what? I should start wearing my ring for my son Monday. Because, child, I got a new ring for my 5-year anniversary. It's beautiful. But yeah, I took my ring off because for me, if you needed that moment, if you needed me to stand with you and not be talking about. So anyway, I'm gonna have to grab it. After you just had to take off your ring. I got you.
Yo, nah, like that is a moment that I will never forget, that I will literally always cherish. And it may seem like silly or small, but like it was really, really big for me in that moment. Like it really was. It's just like, yo, like you riding for me like that you would. All right, we moving on because I'm about to.
This is not even the topic. This was not. I mean, we kind of digressing.
Yeah, we definitely digress, but just saying like that was, part of like a mental
Yeah.
breakdown type, I guess, situation for me, like a time when I wasn't good mentally and I needed my tribe, you know? So like get you some dope female friends. You know what I like? I have dope female friends, like OD from college too. Like Shalea's in here. Like
Shalea is
I
my best friend, by the way. Hi, Shalea. Hey, bestie.
here we go. Here we go.
You just said get you some dope female friends, and I'm telling you, my best friend, and now you got a problem.
Like she's your like
Shalea, let the people know.
like don't put her on mine, please.
Let the people know. No proof. Wait, neither like her. No, I realize. Yeah.
Right, right. It's true. Like
Let them know, Shalea. But
see,
anyway,
she's laughing at you.
no, she's laughing at you, and she's laughing at the fact that. Hi, bestie. Yes, I'm gonna call you after this, okay?
Oh
Tell
my
the girls that Auntie Danie said hi. But you know what? That actually makes me think of something that's so off topic, but it is what it is. That like it's such a beautiful thing that like our friends are interchangeable. Like because we have this, we birds of a feather flock together. Maybe not birds, sorry, but you know, sorry, Keisha, sorry. That's another story for another day. But I love the fact that like I really do like your friends a
right.
lot. Like there's some of your friends that I really, really, really like, and vice versa.
Exactly. Exactly. And it's all about that energy. You know what I mean? And like you said, I know we getting off topic, but it's like we flow here. Like that's what we do. Like we are feminine women that just that flow, you know? So
Feminine woman.
and we are in flow. But no, like it's true. Like it's true. We definitely have friends that it's like, yo, like I really F with your friend. It's like I knew you would because you like me. So like
Of course, you're gonna like my people.
yeah, like it's natural, you know?
And if you haven't found that tribe yet, if you haven't found those people yet, just do what you like to do. Like I said, there's Facebook groups. When the world opens back up, you might like to dance. So just be you. Put yourself out there, and you will eventually find people that like to do the exact same things that you like to do.
Right.
I totally agree. I've had a few friends from different parts of my life. I love when I can mix people from different parts of my life. I really do.
That was a fun brunch, honey.
Should have been there, but that's another story.
Oh, nah.
We were still at the beginnings of our friendship, so I'll forgive you this time.
Yo, definitely next time. Definitely next time. But for me, like just going back to like being overwhelmed and having that anxiety and stuff like that, it just reminded me because you said like if you don't have that tribe, what should you do? And I spoke about like my baths and stuff like that, but um I know I go back to the breakup like because that was a really trying time in my life. The first thing that well not the first thing, but one of the first things that I did was I went to a therapist, you know. So and I knew I was like, that is the first thing. That was probably my first thought, like one of my first thoughts, like, oh, I have to go to therapy because I need a professional to get me through this, to help me through this. So
Absolutely.
find you a dope therapist. Like that is super important because yes, of course your friends and stuff are gonna be there, but when you have a therapist, when you have someone that is listening from an unbiased perspective, that is listening from a perspective, a professional perspective, it's very, very helpful. You know, so I would say that is like out a number one of the ones that are, but it's very important. It really is. Like you want to find you a good therapist
Or a life coach, shameless plug, because
or a life coach.
if you're not dealing with, I mean, if you're dealing with mental health issues, I can't prescribe anything. But life coaches in general, they help with breakups. They help with all of those different things that you're going through. Therapy and life coaching are just different approaches to get to where you want to go. So just seek outside help.
Yeah, yeah, and hit up Danielle if you want a life coach. Because as you can see, she helped me through it. She wasn't even a life coach yet.
Not yet.
Oh man, and then another thing, like just like feeling overwhelmed. Like I'm a sleeper, so when it's just too much for me, like too much anxiety, like just everything weighing heavy on me, like it's just like, yo, everything shut down. I'm going to sleep. Like I'm in bed. I love my bed. I love my room. Like I'm going to sleep. That's it. Like I'm relaxing. And
Yeah.
there are times where for an entire like 24 hours, I, did not go on social media. I turned off my phone and I let the important people in my life know too. Like, look, like I'm gonna be turning off my phone, or you may hit me up. I'm not gonna respond because I need this day for me,
Yeah.
and the important people understand that.
Yeah. The important people should want you to take that day.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So yeah, that's just another way that I deal with it. And I was going through a little something last week as well.
What
And
happened?
that's another story. But like I didn't text any, and that night, it was like Thursday night or something like that.
Oh
And I
yeah, yeah.
up the next day and I was just like, look, like I just couldn't even like answer my phone. Like I couldn't send voice notes, nothing, because I was like, the energy that I like to give to people, like I like to give them my all because I feel like they're giving that to me. So if I'm not able to give you 100%, like what is the point? Like I don't want to interact if I'm giving you like mediocre. That's not fair. So I said, you know what? I can't respond to nobody. I'm gonna just be in my bed and I watch some Netflix show and then I went to sleep. Like I binge watched Netflix and then I went to sleep,
Yeah.
So yeah, like it's important to just find those little things, that can really help you to get through.
Yeah. And don't feel bad for needing those things.
Hmm.
Sometimes we're like, oh, I should be better by now. That's how I felt after I called out the first time. I was like, dang, should I do it again? Like, but I really wasn't better.
Right.
So gotta
And
do what you gotta do.
what about what shouldn't you do? So what shouldn't you do when you're going through, anxiety or when you're feeling
Oh, I
overwhelmed?
have a good one.
Hmm?
I have a good one.
Ooh, what?
Know your audience. So if you know that, Auntie so and so who loves you dearly, but she's a little worry wart, don't come to her when you're already feeling anxious because all
Right.
she's going to do is make it worse.
Yep.
The same thing when it comes to friends, even spouses or partners. If you know that you're dealing with something and that person is going to um, magnify the negative feeling that you're feeling, take a break from that person. There are other resources out there. And that doesn't mean that they're not a good person. It doesn't mean that, it doesn't mean anything poor about them, but we can't expect everyone to be everything. And some people are not that big, fluffy teddy bear. Like I know if I were to start crying right now, Keisha would cry with me if I wanted her to. Like if I needed someone to just like feel me and cry with me. But there are
Right.
other people that are not. There's a lot of most people probably wouldn't cry with me. So I know to call Keisha if I need someone to cry with
Right.
and not call other. Yeah, sometimes people just don't have the tools. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's just what it is. I love that. I think that was a really good one. What you shouldn't do when you're experiencing that, because, like you said, knowing your audience. So, like, just because someone is part of your tribe, it doesn't mean that they are your everything,
Ooh,
and we can't expect people to be your everything.
that's true. This was a really good one. Know your limits with alcohol. Don't depend on it to
Mhm.
alter your reality because the issue is still there. You're just intoxicated. That is so good. I'm about to sneeze. But that is so, so, so good. If you're already not feeling the best, don't even drink anything.
Right, right.
Don't even
I
drink
love that.
anything. That was a good one. Thank you.
And that's why I said, like, sometimes in my bath, I don't drink wine. Sometimes it's just because I don't have wine in the house. But sometimes it's like, oh no, like I know I'm going through this. I don't need wine. Like I'm, meditating, I'm coming down, I'm relaxing and stuff. Like I don't need that. So that's a really good one.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that one.
Yeah. I don't know about the what. I think for me personally, I'm still working on the what shouldn't you do.
I was thinking that, I'm not gonna lie, because when Keisha said she puts on the sad song playlist, like, I'm like, no, Keith, like put on the happy playlist. She's like, I'm gonna go listen to sad music now, which I mean is probably great because you connect. But like, Lord help her. I'm like,
I'm a
oh
cancer.
my
Like we
gosh.
get in our emotions.
Hi everyone who just joined, and it's so very bad. Yeah.
Nah, but for me also, I tend to go off the deep end. So if I'm sometimes okay, most of the time,
I'm gonna say, be honest.
yeah, all right, like 98% of the time, if I'm there, I'm going off the cliff,
Like full speed ahead.
like legit. But then I hit up my child like yo, Danielle,
Hear me out.
hear me out.
Hear me out. That's whenever Keisha says "hear me out," I'm like, oh God, help me intercede, Lord, intercede.
Give therapy to myself. Was that for me, Vanessa? Because we got to hear Vanessa's answer.
That you give therapy to yourself? Oh, probably
Yeah,
with the sad music. Probably. I mean, but I will give you credit. You're not 98%. You're like 90%. You do have moments of where you have it together. But it's true. You know why? You know why? Because Keisha, you unravel, right? Like you don't stop it when it's like us. Like you don't stop it when it's just you. Like are like 25 feet down the mountain. It's an avalanche, and you're like, "Hey guys." And I'm like, where were you when the snow started?
Hi, Shalaya.
Tell the babies that Auntie Danie said hi.
We love them. No, we're actually about to get off in 10 minutes. We have about 10 minutes left anyway. But yeah, like I said, I'm still working on what I shouldn't do,
So maybe what you shouldn't do is let it snowball. Don't let it snowball. I said what you shouldn't do is don't let it snowball, because when you know knowing what your triggers are, knowing when you're starting to spiral and unravel, and then having the discipline to either pull yourself back or reach out before you spiral. I think that's really good though. I'm glad you were honest about that, Keish.
Yeah, I mean, it's me. Like
it is what it is, right?
Yeah, like that is. But I'm gonna work on it because I don't like spiraling, and that's actually part of my anxiety. That's part of my anxiety, the spiraling and things like that. So I'm gonna work on it, guys. So maybe by like this summer, we could do a check-in with me. Like
we're gonna do a few sessions. No, we're gonna do a few sessions. You'll be good before the summer. Book me. Book me, Keish.
I gotta book her, y'all. I gotta book her.
This is the problem though. Whenever we are on a call or talking, we just start talking and then there goes the session. But I think we really should just book like an actual session, pick a time, go through my like link, and like really work on some stuff, because you're not the only one, and being able to spot those triggers to stop yourself from spiraling is going to do wonders for you. And people in general. And I spiral too. Listen, Keisha put herself out there, so yeah, no, but I spiral too sometimes. And so yeah. Okay.
So I'm just saying, it ain't only me out there, shoot, wild and crazy kids
in the avalanche.
So, but yes, but we have a what?
No, I was the hand motion to your words.
Oh,
you said but, I was like,
we have a limited amount of time left, so let's talk about what we got going on. Then
going on. I go first. So, if you do not know, now you're going to know that I have a subscription service called The Garden. So, I made this very, very, very affordable monthly service that you can get weekly emails. There'll be videos. I might do meditations. It just depends on whatever it is that you need throughout the week. And then every month, we have a group coaching call. And it's only $33 a month. And the first month is free. So if you think about it, one session is significantly more than $33. And so each week you're going to get motivation, you're going to get lessons, you're going to get intuitive downloads that I may have. And then at the end of the month, we get to vibe out together. Oh my gosh, look who just joined.
Hi, my brother just joined. My little brother.
Hi, Ricky. And hi, Jessica. Jessica just joined. And I think that was it.
Hi, Jessica.
Hi, Ricky Tan. I just love Ricky. But yes, and so for $33 a month, you're able to get weekly emails, and you're able to get a monthly call. And I think that's amazing. A lot of people I know are wanting to work with a coach, but they're not able to afford it, or they maybe don't have the time to be able to have weekly sessions. So I made this, the garden, something that mostly everyone is able to afford. We're starting with connecting with your higher self. How do you connect with your higher self? And I know it's really good and it's exciting. I'm really enjoying it. So join the garden. Join it for the first month. It's free. And if you don't want to continue, it's not going to hurt my feelings. It really won't. So you can cancel at any time. Also, I don't have a date yet, but I am relaunching my group coaching program, Confidence Unlimited.
It's amazing, by the way, ladies.
Yeah, it's so much fun. We meet every Sunday. It is a sisterhood, a community. I mean, friendships have budded from outside of Confidence Unlimited, lasting relationships. It's been an incredible journey, and I'm so excited to bring it back. Right now I'm working on the rebranding of it, which is, it's just so much fun. So if you're interested in Confidence Unlimited or the garden, hit me up, send me a message. I will get you started with either of them. Keisha, what do you have going on?
Okay, so first I want to announce. So remember, I did the I Am Enough hoodie giveaway for New York City Teens in Need.
Yes.
So I'll be giving away 11 hoodies to New York City teens.
Keisha matched every hoodie that someone bought. Keisha donated a hoodie.
Yes, so every hoodie that was purchased from me, I donated an I Am Enough hoodie, and yeah, so I can't wait to give it to them. And thanks, Rick. So I can't wait to give it to them. It's 11 hoodies, and I'm super excited about it. So that was that. So that was the first initiative of the year for We Inspire Brand, and I plan on doing many more because I just feel like, I don't know, this year was I feel like it's the year of giving back. I feel like it's the year of giving back. I feel like for me it's the year of patience, so I'm excited about it. And then also my t-shirt course is launching next Tuesday. So if you haven't joined, if you haven't signed up,
oh my gosh, time.
I know. Hi, Ju.
And it's amazing. I was in it and I needed it. Yes, Keisha and I talk nonstop, but there is something very different from Keisha the coach and Keisha the friend. And Keisha the coach got me together and had me make over $500 on my first weekend of hoodie sales. So
yes.
Yeah.
So that is launching. So if you're looking to start your profitable t-shirt business, then definitely hit me up. You could DM me or you could book a free game phone call in my bio. And I actually just launched an addition to my Shopify video training. So if you are an entrepreneur, not necessarily t-shirts, but if you're an entrepreneur and you need an online store, then I can help you to build that online store. We could do one-on-one sessions together, or you can get my Shopify video training and then you can add on where we do like just a one-on-one session so that I know, like, so that like you have everything together and I help you launch and like all of that great stuff. So that link is also in my bio, but if you have any questions, feel free to DM me.
Yeah.
And I think that is all from me. There's probably more, but that's the main stuff. And
links are in my bio too, by the way. I said DM me, but links are in my bio. You could do both.
Yeah. And then follow us on Two Black Coaches on Instagram and on YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. So all of the Mindset Mondays will be posted to YouTube, and then we're gonna start doing segments as well. So, if you miss a Mindset Monday and you feel like you just wanna like listen to a 15-minute segment or a 10-minute segment, you can do that. Um, we're working on it.
We're working on it.
I'm gonna give a date, like, oh yeah, next week. I'm like,
yeah, no, not next week. But you can just, listen to the whole thing on YouTube. Fine, it's fine.
Right.
It's all good.
Yeah. So that is all for today's Mindset Monday, which was mental breaks. We hope that you have a beautiful week, and don't be afraid to take a break. Like, if you need whatever you do, whether it's a bath, whether it's sleep, whatever it is, go for your walk. Do it, because your mental health comes before everything. If you're not well, then nothing around you will be well. So make sure you're taking care of yourself.
Absolutely.
All
right. Thank you so much for joining us. Yes, thank you.
We will be back next Monday
at 7:30. Oh, hey. Oh, okay. Bye. I don't think we need to stop.
Bye.